Welcome to Clark Meadows. My name is Lynn and I am happy to show you around our community. We are an enriched living community in Canandaigua, New York, in the beautiful Finger Lakes region. We are very proud to be the only community in Ontario County affiliated with UR Medicine Thompson Health. Come on in. I'd like to first tell you a little more about the community. Our goal is to keep our residents as independent as possible, but always with 24/7 assistance as needed. We have personal care aides that are here 24/7. They assist with activities of daily living. They may be a standby assistance for shower. They may help your loved one with getting dressed. We also offer medication management for most folks. Some do still independently manage their meds, but we can handle that as well. We have a nurse care coordinator whose job is to manage the daily medical needs of all our residents. We offer 3 meals in our dining room, which we'll show you in a moment. And we are regulated by the Department of Health. So you'll notice in our living room here, we are a little socially distanced because we do need to be 6 feet apart when we are using the living room. And we do have a maximum of 10 people currently that can be in this room at a time. Many folks enjoy just having the opportunity to read their newspaper in the morning after breakfast. Every morning we do a This Day in History activity, which is a real hit. We do use this room for part of our happy hour. They may just watch TV or watch the news. And on the weekends, they have a Rip Roar and Wii Bowling tournament here in the living room. So it is used for various activities. Residents come to this beautiful dining room for each of their meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They choose what time of the hour and a half time frame for each meal that they want to come in. And it's like going to a restaurant. So they sit there seated, a server comes up to them, takes their order. Quite often the servers even remember what the resident likes to drink, so it gets very familiar with the servers. At lunchtime we have 2 specials in addition to our full menu. And at dinner time, there are 4 different specials. Always a seafood special, always an egg dish, and 2 other specials. So there's a lot of choices. And I'd also like to show you that on this counter over here, even though we're a earlier time of day, we're not going to see these right now. But at lunch, the 2 lunch specials will be laid out right here. The residents can come by and take a look at them. And at dinner, the 4 specials I mentioned will also be laid right out here on the counter. You'll notice there's coffee available at any time of the day or into the early evening. As we continue along, this is our mail room here. Every resident has a mail room key. And of course, if you're sending a package to your family member, that's going to go to our main desk and we'll see that the resident receives that. We bring it right to their apartment. Residents can also sign up to have a newspaper delivered, and we make sure that they receive that every single day as well. We're a smaller community, which I think people enjoy. They get to know each other quite well. We only have 48 apartments here, and we're on 2 floors. And we have a studio or 1-bedroom apartment option. And I'm gonna definitely show you a few apartments before we're done here today as well. As we wander this way, we have a nice fish tank that the residents love to sit at while they're waiting to see, maybe get their hair done or go in to see Trina at the salon. This way. I'm going to show you a few other areas in the community. What's nice about Clark Meadows is that we are part of Thompson. We're considered the Thompson senior community. How I like to describe it to folks is that we're one large community with two front doors. So on this side of the community where we have just started is Clark Meadows entrance. If I walk to the complete opposite end of the community, I'm not going outside, it's all one community, it will be the entrance to Ferris Hills, which is our independent apartments. So we're part of the continuum of care for Thompson Health. Folks will start in Ferris Hills independent. When they need a little extra help, they transition to Clark Meadows. Just like you may be looking at a family member or friend coming in from their own home in the community, they can come in directly to Clark Meadows. To complete our continuum of care through Thompson Health, we have a skilled nursing facility, which is the Ewing Continuing Care Center at the Thompson campus. And we are only a mile away from Thompson Hospital. So now we're at the midway point in the community between Clark Meadows, which we'll head back this way to, and moving this way, we would be going into Ferris Hills. What I'd like to show you is the common areas, right in the middle of the community. Here we're at the marketplace. It's a little store. If a resident needs additional Kleenex or toilet paper, maybe they need a birthday card, you can see there's a little variety of items here. Of course, our residents in Clark Meadows get all their meals included with their monthly fee, but there's always something, whether it's a candy bar, maybe they need another tube of toothpaste. This is where they can come for that. We also have walker bags that we sell in the store, which are very popular. And we do also keep a supply of Depends in the store. And what makes it really convenient for our Clark Meadows residents is if they set up a personal account, we can just put whatever they're purchasing here in the store on their monthly statement, or take it out of their personal account if they want to have some cash to spend in the store. So moving out here, I'm going to open up our cafe. If our Clark Meadows residents don't necessarily want to have lunch in the dining room, this is another option for them. They can come to the cafe. So the cafe is open Monday to Sunday. Now it's from 11:30 to 12:30. And if a resident in Clark Meadows says, I'm going to go to the cafe today, or maybe you're visiting your loved one, you can easily grab a sandwich and a cup of soup and have a seat in our garden cafe with your meal. It's just another little option for residents instead of the dining room. And you'll notice there are meals that are already made up here. There's always soup specials and sandwich specials here at the cafe every day as well. And again, anything that's ordered at the cafe for the resident is completely covered. No need for any cash exchange. That would be their lunch instead of going to the dining room. After you get your meal at the cafe, quite often our residents like to go into the garden cafe and sit and have lunch with maybe a friend that's visiting them. And also we do have coffee and juice 24/7. Whenever, if you're up and at 'em and you want to get in here early, you can help yourself to anything that you see here in the garden cafe. As we move this way, this is Rayburn Hall, which is another common area. We can have guest speakers, we can have movies playing here. In the past, we have done casino nights, a fun night for residents and the public as well, for a fundraiser in the past. So this can be used for a lot of different things. And we are very thankful to the Rayburn family for quite a large donation to make this happen. And now we're heading back towards Clark Meadows. So on our way back to the enriched living side of the community, we're going to be passing by our fitness center. This is available to residents. We do have treadmills, we have ellipticals, we have some free weights, and we do have residents that'll bring a yoga mat in here, and there is a television, so we actually can do video exercise classes as well. In addition, we have our own seated exercise in an area in Clark Meadows. Leaving the fitness center, we're going to head towards our salon. We have a full service salon here in Clark Meadows, and most of our residents are getting their hair done here. They can have a manicure, a pedicure, and again, this is a good use of your loved one having a personal account set up with our receptionist in Clark Meadows, because then our receptionist pays the salon for your family member. So that's a good way to work that. If a resident wants to pay Trina directly, that's also fine. So we'll give you a little look at the salon here. Clark Meadows has been here almost going on 20 years, but recently we've had a lot of new updates, and the salon is one of our newer updates in the community. So you can see it's really set up nicely. So as we come this way, we're going to head to the elevator and go right up to the second floor so I can show you the rest of the community. All right, so now we're on the second floor. We've come out of the elevator. You can see we have another common area here. Quite often during housekeeping time in a resident's apartment, you'll see residents sitting here reading a book just to kind of get out of the way from housekeeping, cleaning their apartment. Over here, I do want to show you that we have an oversized activity calendar on the first and second floor. Plus, all of our residents receive a monthly calendar, so they do know everything that's going on a daily, weekly basis. Our lifestyle coordinator, Jody, also puts out a newsletter every month, excuse me, and we do keep in touch with families on a group family email on a weekly basis. So you do receive these activity sheets and newsletters and any other important information that we want you to know about. So we do stay in touch very well with families. Moving this way, we're going to head into what we call our TV room. This is a popular place for our seated exercise program, which is offered every single morning to residents. They may be looking at a video on a television screen, and I think probably about twice a week, if not more, we actually have one of our staff who teaches an exercise program to the residents, and they also are using some free weights. But again, it's a gentle exercise, and they are all seated right here in the TV room. What I like to let families know, it's not just used for exercise. You may have a big birthday coming up for a family member. You might say, hey, I really could use a room. This is, of course, after pandemic time where you can come in with a larger group to our community. But you can use this room for a birthday party or whatever the case may be. Another common area, another quiet area for your loved one. We're heading to the multi-purpose room, which is just to the right of the elevator when you come off the elevator. This is a very large activity room. Right now it is set up with assorted activities, whatever a resident may be interested in. We do have baking. We made a whole lot of pies in November and donated them to the community. We also have our lifestyle coordinator, Jody, that I mentioned earlier. She also runs an American Sign Language class here that we're really, really proud of, and many residents have enjoyed that. We sometimes have a group that are here for happy hour. Gosh, we had gingerbread house making, a lot of activities at the holiday time in here. And hopefully we'll get back into having our chorus, the Clark Meadows chorus again after the pandemic. So lots of room for lots of activities. Okay, so I'm going to head down one of our hallways here. I'm going to show you a very beautiful studio apartment that we have here in Clark Meadows. Our residents love to show off their apartments. So as you can see, it's quite a long hallway here. This is one of 6. So on each floor, we have 3 hallways complete with apartments. So let's go check out a studio apartment. So here we are in one of our studio apartments. You can see that every apartment has a little kitchenette like this. We do provide a microwave and a small refrigerator because more times than not there's a leftover that needs to be refrigerated, or certainly you can bring in whatever favorite juices or fruits or whatever you want in your refrigerator. You can bring in, a few dishes, some mugs, a cup. The aides can heat up a cup of tea if you need help with the microwave. And quite often our residents will even use some of this cupboard space just for general storage. So as we continue into the apartment, you see the living area here, which this is a beautiful, beautiful apartment here. It's shaped in an L shape. Okay, so you're going to come straight in, and then off to the right, you're going to see the bedroom area. What's really nice about this apartment is that there's a nice walk-in closet. Here you can see, I can walk right in here, plenty of storage. And quite often, there's a spot right here. If you have a taller dresser, a little narrower and taller, you can just put that right inside the closet. It gets it out of the main living area. And so that works out really nicely. We provide a laundry bag to every resident, and every week we do your laundry as well as housekeeping. Okay, and heading back to the other side of the studio, you notice the television is on. We do provide cable TV in all of the apartments. Currently, if you would like Wi-Fi in your apartment, that is an extra charge. And we are regulated in that every resident has to have a telephone. So that is another expense for the resident. Otherwise, everything else is all inclusive. You notice there's a table and chairs. If anybody's not feeling well and they need to have a meal in their apartment, you do have to have a table and chairs. What's nice in the studio for storage is we do have a whole other coat closet, and there's quite a lot of space here. For change of season wreaths and coats and so forth. And I want to show you the bathroom, of course. This is right here in the apartment. Our aides do offer standby assistance. That's the level of care we are. We are not bathing any of our residents, but we are here to make sure that they are getting in the little walk-in shower carefully, and if they need any help getting out, and of course if they also need any help getting dressed, that's what the aides are here for as well. You can see a lot of grab bars, the bench. If you need a higher toilet seat for your family member, that is something you would also provide. But you can decorate however you would like in the bathrooms. And our aides are in and out on a regular basis to empty trash and check on residents. Every one of our residents will receive an emergency response pendant. So if they're in their apartment and they have a question about something, even something like their Spectrum TV's not working, or if there's more of an emergency that they have slid out of bed, whatever the case may be, it doesn't just have to be an emergency. They press their pendant that's on their wrist or around their neck, and an aide does respond very quickly. Okay, now I'd like to show you a one-bedroom apartment here at Clark Meadows. All right. to the one-bedroom apartment, you'll notice everything's a little bit bigger. You still have that kitchenette area with a microwave and a small refrigerator. Bring some mugs and a couple of dishes. You don't need a lot because you are getting all your meals right here at Clark Meadows. So sometimes you do use the cupboards for extra storage. Again, you do have to have a table and chairs. If you're not feeling well, you've got to have some place to sit to enjoy your meals. And you can see that the living room area is also, just a little bit bigger than the studio. Overall, I think the one bedroom is about 110 square feet larger. So now we head towards the bathroom. Similar to the studio, you do still have that walk-in shower with the seat, a lot of grab bars, the shower sprayer, and again, if needed, we can offer the personal care aid for standby assistance. You have space for storage in your vanity, and you do have a little medicine cabinet as well. And what's nice about the one-bedroom apartment is that as I come out of the bathroom, and this is important to some folks, they like the straight shot right into the bedroom. Okay? Where in the studio, you are coming out of your bed and you're kind of walking around the little bit of the living room to get to the bathroom. So this is the separate one bedroom. Plenty of room for a couple of dressers. You can have a hookup for a cable TV and this for a second TV in your bedroom if you would like as well. And then as you get up and you head out towards the bathroom, you're passing by the wall of closets. So it is the entire wall here. And then we also provide a linen closet as well. So this is your storage in the one bedroom. So there's just a few additional points that I would like to make for you about the community. Looking at the outside, I mean, we are in the dead of winter here, but we have a nice walking trail around the property. Some of our residents enjoy getting their exercise. In the area between Ferris Hills and Clark Meadows, we have a beautiful gazebo, and in the summer we do have summer outdoor concerts being held out there. There's opportunities for those residents that like to garden to plant some flowers with our activities director and beautify the front of the community as well. So it's a beautiful area, it's a quiet community, and a smaller community where you do get to know your neighbors. It's a great place to move into. Two other points. One is that if you are a family member whose mom or dad may be moving in from outside the area and they're going to need a new primary care physician, we work with the U of R geriatrics practice, and we have a doctor that comes in every other week into the community and sees residents right here. So that alleviates having to transport, go out in bad weather, and the residents love the doctor and being able to see the doctor right here. On the opposite weeks that the doctor is not here, her nurse practitioner comes to the community. And our care coordinator stays in constant touch with the doctor's office if there's any new concerns for a resident. And finally, we all understand that this can be a challenging transition for your parents or a family member who is looking to go from living independently into a community. Therefore, we have started what we like to call the Clark Meadows Chum Program. So this is basically a welcoming committee. But the welcoming committee consists of other residents that live here. They take their job very seriously. They take a new resident under their wing. They explain what's going on here. They answer any other questions. They might make sure that they take them under their wing to get them to an activity. What's nice is that when your loved one comes into the community, They will have a familiar face if they were able to tour when we can tour again, or even now with not having the ability to tour. I make sure that I have one of our residents who's one of our chums have a meal with a new resident and have a little chit-chat session to make sure that they are feeling comfortable. If you would like any additional information, please do not hesitate to give me a call at Clark Meadows. I appreciate your time today, and we look forward to speaking with you.